when your youth is gone, your use is gone. Joel chapter 2, as us told that God said, and I will restore the years that the cankerworm, palmerworm, locust, and caterpillars have eaten. And my people will eat in plenty and be satisfied, and bless the name of the Lord their God that has dealt wondrously with them, and my people shall not be ashamed. But I know as fanciful as that thought of God is, one of the most rigorous things to accomplish in life is restoration. Retention is better than restoration. That means being able to have it at the first time and have it with you. Because even when God restored man from the fall of Adam, see the way we are. We know that Christ in us is the hope of glory. But I think I prefer the way we were before. When Moses went to the mountain and God spoke the laws into existence, as the Lord spoke them, they were written on a tablet of stone. It's a 2 tablets of stone. When Moses got angry because the children of Israel committed an abomination, he broke the 2 tablets, grinded it to powder, and made people drink it. A few days later, he had to return to the presence of God for another 40 days. This time around, he had to write by himself. God didn't write it. You know, there are 3 streams by which people live life. Some people permanently stay in the realm of emotions. Some people in the realm of logics. Some people in the realm of truth. But what I can tell you categorically, without any fear of contradiction, is that God is not in the realm of emotions. God is a spirit. Spirit don't have capacity to be emotional. I've met with angels. I've met with God. They are not. If God were to be emotional, like me, human being, because blood runs in me, blood doesn't run in angels. They are spirit. Blood doesn't run in God. God doesn't need blood because God is not made of clay. It's not made of earth. The substance of God that is in us, because man is a triune being. We are essentially a spirit. We have a soul that came delivered with our spirit into us. And we live in the body. This body is a jacket. And this body is made of mud, of clay. That's where you get the blood. All right. Now, God doesn't have that, so it's not emotional. There's no high blood pressure with God. No low blood pressure. It's not emotional. It's not in any realm of emotion. God is in the realm of truth. Sometimes truth could condescend a little bit to the realm of logics. Something that is logical. If it is not tilted in a satanic way, God can be very logical. Somebody was asking me yesterday about how I give. I said I give based on truth and I give logically, but I don't give emotionally. Somebody could be dying and they're asking everybody to contribute, and I refuse. I refuse to be emotionally blackmailed. Tears don't move me. I've lost wife. I've lost children. There are some emotional fibers around my system that have died. It's not the way you see life that I see life. I was talking to one of my sons while the service was on because I needed something in Nigeria. And it's a car that we are purchasing for the university. And the person who wanted to purchase the car sent us a red car. And all of a sudden, my son began to call me and said, it's time to pay for the car. So that I will not be emotional, I've refused to move money into my accounts to pay. It will take 2 to 3 days for money to be there. I said, I can't pay now. I said, Moso, let me see the car. Where's the car? The person who wanted to help us purchase the car took video to the car. Lo and behold, he sent us red car. When they were checked, which was 2007, 2008, 2007. When they were checking the car, I said, which year is this car? I said, 2005. Let's see the body of the car. It became gray. I was thinking it was Nigerian sun. The sun rays that turned it green. I said, but is the car red or green? He said, oh, when I got there, I tested the red. The red is not moving well, so the green is moving well. I just told my son, I said, so this is the person helping us to buy things. So when I came to me that it felt so bad that the people he trusted, I don't trust them. I said, you're just being emotional. I trust you. I don't trust you. Somebody change red to gray. In a full glare. And you want me to trust the person? I say, no. There is not even second chance for that kind of a person. Because we will have sent you money, then you will drive green home. That's lack of integrity. It's not forgivable. Because you deliberately did it. It's not forgivable. If you have learned to forgive, and I will tell you the difference between forgiveness and forgiveness. If you have learned to forgive people who deliberately do you evil, you will die of evil. And you'll be forgotten sooner than later. A man comes home every day and beats you up. And you say, I forgive you. You are a fool. Sorry. Forgiveness is for what somebody does not do deliberately. Unforgiveness is for what somebody does deliberately as a result of track record. You cannot forgive people for being them. That is who they are. I hope you will know the thin line between the forgiveness of the Bible and the forgiveness of relationship that I'm talking about. Somebody is as tall as I am, and in your heart, you upgrade the person to a very tall person. So you are now seeing him as a tall person. You've been in a major delusion for a long time. The person is not tall. There's nothing you can do about it. A leopard cannot change its skins. One man came out recently. I didn't have any iota of emotion. He said, you've got to be afraid of girls. It was my girlfriend. What do they call it? Black eye. You know those black eye all over his skin. You know those black, what do they call? Not bruise. Things like chicken pox or whatever. No, those skin change. Those skin. No, it's not eczema. But they are a product. They are a product of HIV that is turning to AIDS. So it's black spot, black outbreak with head, oozing pus. All over his body. Say, it's my girlfriend. Don't trust a girl. How did you get there? You can see from the face of a girl whether it's a reckless person or not. Somebody is with two guys at the same time. The person has told you who she will be forever. That's unforgivable because the person is not ready to change from that. It means the person is sealed in this way. So why try on behalf of the person to be changed? You are trying to change on behalf of somebody. They say, I just forgive you. That is, you are trying to change on behalf of somebody. You don't try to change on behalf of anybody. There are people within this church that can never trust with certain things. They say, Pastor, forgive, forget. Just trust them. The Bible says confidence in an unfaithful man, a man without integrity, in times of trouble, is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Broken tooth and a foot out of joint. It's like expecting Bro Baxter to be present at Bible studies. You know, as a pastor, you will have hypertension. I've known him since 2010. He's not going to be present. He's too busy to be present at the Bible study. If he comes 1 or 2 times, heaven came down. Something was chasing him. There was a masquerade in the dream. He died and resurrected again. Then after 2 weeks, that thing we went down. He is back in his color. There are things I trust him for. There are things I can never. It's unforgivable. So when I mean unforgivable, you understand what I'm saying? It's not that maybe I have somebody in mind. This is who this person is. There's no need for being emotional. Just be logical. And let your logics be based on truth. So I said that to say this. That God is not emotional. The process of restoration is rigorous. And he knows that not many people can make it. Because Matthew 18:3, except you be converted and be like little children, you will no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. If you are not a little child, it is very hard to be converted to be a little child. One of my children in the faith told me one time, say, I am no longer the 21-year-old. And it broke my heart to pieces. I met with Bishop Waleoke, 68-year-old. He said, I am still like the way I gave my life to Jesus in 1975. And when he asked everybody to pray, he is praying and crying. He is praying and crying. He's praying for one thing. God, use me. I said, God use you. He has raised many dead personally, crippled, blind eyes. God, you. And when he asks us to pray, he enter into a corner. He's not, because I'm watching him. I told them, I said, I sat in a particular angle at the convention to watch every little thing that is going on, both with Bishop and the congregation. I said, I want to see how the people who arrange, they want to arrange somebody else in where I sit down and say, put my name in that. I ain't not moving nowhere. I must see as an eyewitness. All the apostles of Jesus Christ, they are eyewitnesses of resurrection. My eyes, close your eyes. I said, not today. I said, close your eyes. I close. Immediately I open again. Because when you hear this, my eyes have seen, my eyes have had. It's not only my eyes that my hands have, my mouth have talk about the goodness of God. From my mouth to talk, my eyes must see, my ears must hear. I want to see what is happening to people. I want to see the reaction. And his wife, Mama, sister, we need time and be praying. The way they are praying, when they say, stand up on your feet, lift up your hands, Daddy will stand up and lift up his hands. I see little guys here, seated. When they say stand up, they are seated. Your intelligence is deceiving you. When you want to grow, intelligence has no value. In Christ, when you really want to grow, intelligence has no value. It's going to devalue you. Intelligence is going to make you a rebellious person. Intelligence is going to make you a stubborn person, which is witchcraft and idolatry. That's why as soon as you get to this church, the next thing you are thinking is how to change things. I feel change. You yourself, have you changed? You now start talking at the back. They don't do like this. They don't do like this. There's no order. Does your life have order? Let me see you sit down for 3 months without saying anything. Then I know you are orderly. Without saying anything. Because the best form of intelligence, when you get anywhere, is to understudy the place for months, not for days. You can't catch the fight for days. You'll be talking nonsense without knowing. You'll be shooting yourself below the bed. You've worked in Metronics for 3 months and you've known Metronics. You know nothing. Because you only worked as a production officer. Have you worked as an accountant? Have you worked as a freelance professional there? There's another life there where people are not 11 to 7. Where people walk in anytime they want. And they're on the computer. My wife has done both. She has worked as a production officer. What do they call them? And she has worked as a, what do they call that one? Quality engineer. What do they call the one you did in Krigana that time? Where you are sitting down. Huh? Huh? Quality. Please. Please, I beg you. You just forget yourself. And at Fale also, you can just walk in at any time and put in the time you want to put and drink and eat. Anybody can come and see you at any point in time. That's when you will say, I know Kregana like I know the back of my hand. You are a production officer. You are the least of the people there. You and the cleaners are the same. They can just sack you at any point in time and ask you to go. And you have known them. How do you know them? By the time you have sat down within the powerhouse here for about 1.5 years, you'll be getting to know us. There are still yet many things you have not known.